Travis Wayne Goodsell. If you hadn't heard, Biden did actually sign the bill today, rather than waiting until tomorrow, as the news was telling us yesterday. $1,400 for individuals to be directly deposited this weekend. That's what the news is now telling us. I don't know if anybody's going to even care to listen. This is going to be the last that we're going to get. Those of you with kids, you'll get a partial amount, and then in the summertime, and then after taxes or something, you get the other part. But I'm concerned that too many people are being led to believe that we're recovering, and we're gonna get back to normal, and the apocalypse won't happen, and the church will continue to get away with their crimes, and we'll again for the next 200 years keep saying that we're in the latter days. It's any day now. It could be the second coming. Keep paying your money as fire insurance. You never know. I'm not confident in our government. I never have been. Not since when I turned 18. I was not confident then, and the government continually failed to give me confidence. They've shown that they are corrupt through and through, whether it's Republican, Democrat, mix, doesn't matter. There are certain instances where certain horrific things get done by our government, such as the Patriot Act, Mike Lee. But I don't have confidence that we're not out of it yet. And I'm concerned, not just because of Texas opening up and suing people who stay wearing masks. But I'm not comfortable. Just put it that way. So for my $1,400, it's going to be my last. I don't have kids. I can't convince women to like me, who can bear kids, to want to see if she can like me so that we can have kids. And so I have to consider this $1,400 as it for the rest of my life. And so I need to think in terms of preparing for an apocalypse, and at the same time preparing for an apocalypse different from what I thought it would be. Because if we never have a civil war, and we just have a continual underpinnings of poverty that never gets resolved, even though Biden says this package will cure poverty, it's not. I've seen the bill. I'm aware of what's going on. It's not going to cure anything. It's just going to make things easier for those who benefit with regular payments, like those with kids. But for those of us who are all by ourselves, the businesses aren't just going to magically come back. You can't just give money to businesses and that that'll be sufficient enough for them to start up again. That doesn't make any sense. If we had shut down, we wouldn't be in this situation. And they were slow to shut down, then they shut down in phases and screwed everything up. Made the problem worse. And they knew, and they purposely did it. That's why I'm concerned. Is that our government knew, and they didn't do what was necessary to help us, causing an escalation of the problem. And if you're a president, even if you want to be an authoritarian, you still want to win the next election. You don't want to go out because you're going to be sued. Unless some reason he's going to get away with it. He's made some deals, which would piss me off. But I just, yeah, you don't assassinate people and not the whole time say, oh, it's a hoax. Inject yourself with bleach. It'll go away. So, yeah, I'm not happy about him getting coronavirus and surviving. Because they didn't know what would work on this coronavirus. And it just so happens that it did. And he's alive today. I mean, come on. But, yeah, basic necessities. Food, clothing. And not just a single pair. Because this is the last I'm going to get. So I need to make sure I upgrade the clothing I have. If this is worn out, I need to get another one and a backup. I need to make sure my emergency kit, backpack kit, is all up to date, all filled up, ready to go. And I have different emergency backpacks, first aid, clothing, toiletries, and hygiene, so that I can rush out on a moment's notice if all these asteroids ever do hit us. Vermont got hit the other day. Wow, that was cool. Big old boom. But we got more coming. But who knows if any of them will impact and do damage. We've got fire season coming up soon. And then we have tornado season. And then we'll have the fall with hurricane season. And it's not looking like we're going to have another Saharan dust storm blow across the Atlantic to salinate, salt the sea, so that it won't be that big of a deal. Salted water takes longer to warm up, and thus it doesn't cause too many severe hurricanes as a result. And so last year, when they did blow over, we only had the 1.5 hurricane, but it was a 5. If we had not had that Saharan desert, it would have been a much different story last year. But that's what I'm concerned about for this year. I need to make sure that I have solar-powered stuff I have a solar-powered watch. I should make sure I get a backup. I need to make sure my solar power flashlights are working, that they're not needing a backup. That clock on the wall, that's solar powered. It works on the light in the light bulbs. So that's been nice. I just need to change the date. I won't have to on Sunday. It's correct time anyway. And so food, hiking food, stuff that I would put in a backpack if I were to have to foot it. And I do have supplies. I've had to hold off on eating them because you can't just buy food, stick it in storage, and then hope that maybe 5 years down the road it'll still be good when you open it up during an emergency. You need to cycle through the food as part of your regular diet. But with the teeth problems I had since last Thursday, dear God, and I still, there's nobody to go to now. With the dental place that I went to, that I told you about, failed me. They moved, didn't bother to update their information on the internet, despite seeing a very attractive redhead. She was trying to get rid of me, but not trying to be mean. And I was wanting to get out of there, but letting her provide me with help. So I sort of a mixed message there. But I did get in a comment of, well, if I can't get these teeth taken care of, I may be back to see you. Because their dental office only does root canals. So, who knows? I hope that's not the case. But, yeah, I'm stuck. The dentists that take my insurance are out of my way to get to. It's a puzzle journey to travel to them. And the ones that are close to me, they don't take my insurance, or they're not real dentists. Got one up here on 56th. That's a DO. I had to search to find out what a DO is. I know DO, Holy Diver. But my God, homeopathic dentistry. Do prayer beads over my teeth. Or tell me to brush. Yeah. Been there, done that. That's not the issue. Need somebody to take care of the problem. So, then I need to make sure that I have all my files that I need. I really would like to get back to working on ancient translation stuff, but not knowing when Armageddon is going to end, if it's going to end in 24. Is it going to be 2024 when kaboom and I'm hoofing it? Or is it going to be sometime between now and then? There's no way to know. Is it the Joseph Smith's parable? Is it going to happen? Or is it just his hoping it would happen? Understanding the principles of human nature, that when you're corrupt, eventually the consequences come back to bite you. But maybe that is part of the plan as well. That the enemy, America, would come in and destroy the church, shut it all down. And it did happen. It happened under the Edmunds-Tucker Act. United States came in, shut the church down. The prophets didn't really flee. They went to jail. And so he was correct that it did happen. But are we going to be seeing a second wave of it? I've seen prophecies happen in dualities. That it becomes a pattern of human nature, and one that can be identified in history. Purim, for example. We just had Purim, didn't we? Where's Purim? Was that in February? Seriously? A February Purim? My heavens. Okay, whatever. I am paying very close attention to the 28th of March. We're having a full moon, we're having Palm Sunday, we're having Passover. Wow. So, I'm very curious as to whether that's going to be a sign in the heavens or a sign of the enemy to do something. Because we know their plot and plans. That's why I'm suspicious about everything appearing to be fixing itself now. But not quite. I'm still recognizing undertones. Biden is still, this relief package. It's being presented as, oh, we're now cured, everything's back to normal now. It's only a month's wages. And even then, it's only at $8 an hour. Just slightly above minimum wage. Are you sure? But, yeah, he's not reversing all of Trump's policies yet. And now he's wanting to tour America to say, hey, I'm giving you money. Get back in the office and finish reversing all of Trump's stuff. I'm sick and tired of Congress not holding congressmen responsible for incitement to war to overthrow America. They're still in Congress. Lee, oh my God. He's now escalated because they let him get away with it. Are they not going to kick these people out? Saying you can't do this. You can't overthrow America and remain a congressperson. What are they waiting for? Dear God. I mean, we had Congress people who brought people to Congress to get the layout of the land before they came and attacked. Aren't those people going to be held accountable? Oh, we're waiting for an IG report. How many years do we have to wait for that? And then by then everybody's, oh yeah, oh, there was an incitement to war, wasn't there? Back when we had America. They're not holding the church accountable. I'm now having to remind the FBI in my tips that I've been handing you as a whistleblower information in advance, and you're doing nothing with it. They have yet to come and interview me to find out Book of Mormon coding. If we were at war and an American gave a tip to the government. I found the Russian code book. The Russians are attacking us. I found the Russian code book. I know how to decipher it. Because you can't just have a code book without a decipherment. Do you think they'd just say, yeah, whatever. We got this. We got this war. As we're getting our butts kicked? Seriously. This is what I've got. I've got the code book and the decipherment key. And I'm telling them, hey, hello, is anybody there? And nobody's coming over saying, okay, walk us through it. Okay. You ever been at night? Seen the stars in the heavens? Did you know that that's how sailors sail the seas? Did you know that's how our calendar system was derived? It's so frustrating. I mean, how does it take to get through to people? The inverted pentagram on the Salt Lake Temple means they're terrorists. From the ancient terrorists that attacked America from the beginning. And that they've planned to do it again. Oh my God. So, a needle pulling thread. So yeah, I have no idea whether I should start unpacking the boxes from the last assassination attempt on my life by orders of the church, because they didn't like it that I was suing them. And that's what the bullies who keep quoting the judge in their comments to me, laughing and mocking that I didn't win against the church, they do not understand. The church tried to assassinate me during the lawsuits. It wasn't just the lawyers saying, oh, you need to dismiss this case, don't let him present evidence. See, they tried to assassinate me. And their power over the justice system was such that the judges had no choice but to say, yeah, we can't let you present evidence, Travis. Church won't let us. They'll fire us like they did Judge First. We are loyal to the church, not America, and not to you and your crimes that are obvious. Yes, we know there's an inverted pentagram. There's nothing we can do. And that, it's frustrating not to be able to communicate this to people. So the church had their meeting again today. They learned their lesson from last week. Don't watch Travis's videos, because that triggers a chain of events that gets Travis a lot of views and attention. So they learned their lesson this time, and this week's video, which needed help from YouTube anyway, still was cut back. But they attacked me today. They are pissed. They want me shut down and silenced. They don't like it that I'm doing videos exposing them. And I don't understand why nobody is understanding how much of a thorn in the side I am to the church. All of you should be spreading the word of what my videos are talking about. And they're still having problems with their website. What the hell? Fix your problems. See here, they're using a Mormon to perpetuate a lie. They've told this woman lies, and so now she's perpetuating the lie as if she's a witness to the truth of the lies of the church. So, Jesus is real. Wait a minute. We're Jewish. We're not Christian. Caitlin's experience with the Book of Mormon. No, it was written by Sidney Rigdon. They're purposely using Mormons now to bear false witness of the Book of Mormon. This is their attack, and they're doubling, tripling down. They will not tell the truth that they know. They want to spread lies, purposely lying to Mormons. Conference is just going to be full of lies. See here, talent and testimonies to be shared in Global Youth Music Festival for my birthday. Isn't that just great? Testimonies by children who don't have enough experience in life to even know what a testimony means. It's just unbelievable. And so, yeah, today the church's online resources aim to help individuals with disabilities. Oh, so these young boys in white shirts and pinkish colored, not really pink, it's more orangish, peach, I guess is the colored ties. So are they making them wear all the same type of clothes so that they can all look alike, so that they can be labeled and identified as disabled? Oh, you disabled kid, get over here. My God. And they're still canceling the pageants. I thought everything was all fine now. And then here's Sister Franco lies about 4 ways to deceive yourself during difficult circumstances. Just all lies, 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 lies. And then Bishop Casse thanks UNICEF and the Mormons for giving them money. Thanks for the money. We love you. It's just unbelievable. So yeah, the prophets literally are silent. They're letting others speak on their behalf now. Whereas before, during the lawsuits, oh, First Presidency statement, I'm pissed that Travis caught us trying to establish polygamy for 2024. So I'm changing it, but nobody can see it because of coronavirus, and there'll be limited openings, phased, and by the time you get to see it, you'll have forgotten this First Presidency message. I'm still not seeing anybody, even critics, see what the changes have been. So, alrighty. Just, yeah, it's not knowing. And knowing that there is a light at the end of the tunnel in 2024, but how are we going to get to that? You know, is destruction coming first, or are we going to be tortured for 3 more years? Because the Book of Mormon just says, oh, now's the time for natural disasters. I mean, the Captain Moroni thing, that was January 6th. We were supposed to have Captain Moroni leading the Mormon, the elders of Israel, to the Capitol to save the government and the Constitution. Oops! Just like Benson said, nope. Joseph Smith is wrong. The Constitution will not be saved in Washington. And he was right. Joseph Smith is a false prophet, therefore. And that's what I wonder about Section 101. Is it that Joseph Smith is doing these things hoping that someone will emerge and figure out the Book of Mormon code and figure out that how to take down the church and report them to the government, and the government comes in and does what they did with the Edmunds-Tucker Act, etc., etc. I'm doing what I can, but if they don't reply, I can't do it myself. If I went writing up on a stick with my magic underwear in Paleo Hebrew, for our lives, our women, our wives, and our children, yeah, I would just be laughed at. I didn't see the guy on Tuesday protesting the temple. Saw him last week, but I didn't see him this week. I guess he gave up. Alrighty. I wish I knew a schedule of the enemy so that I can make plans and prepare. Am I going to be attacked again for assassination by my own landlord and property manager again? I need to know if I'm going to unpack or not. I'm still going to have to do some unpacking just so that when I get to 1400, just to make an inventory of what I need as a priority first. Alrighty. Enough bitching and moaning.